I picked up this Xbox One off of eBay for a pretty good deal. It was listed untested, as is, for parts of repair. The seller didn't really put too much of a description. They just said it's as is, they don't have time to mess with it, they work too much. There was some pictures, and it showed that it powered on. It showed it loading in a Blu-ray disc, but other than that, I didn't really have too much information to go off of. It does look like the shell was either opened before or it dropped, because it was partially open when I received it, and so I don't know if it got damaged in shipping or if that's how it was before, but there was some plastic rattling around inside, and everything is really dirty overall. So I want to give it a good cleaning, test it out, and see if we can get this going again. So let's get right into it. So to get the console to power on, I actually had to turn it on without anything plugged into the USB port on the left side, which was kind of weird. Unfortunately, the controller had a damaged micro USB port, and I wasn't able to connect it any other way besides this method that I found from another YouTuber. So I'll put a link below to all the other YouTube videos that helped me along the way, but this at least allowed me to do a factory reset and update the system. We're far beyond any sort of warranty period, but if you wanted to keep that warranty sticker intact, you could just use a hairdryer and some tweezers and carefully remove it without ripping it. You can see a nice dent there on the side, and the sync button, there's a piece of plastic that fits underneath that, and that was missing, along with the tabs here on the side. Some of these were cracked, and one of them was floating around inside the console, so I definitely think this took a fall at some point, and so I'm going to do the best I can to clean it up. The nice thing is that it took the system update, and it appears to be functioning up to this point, so I'll see where we go with the cleaning here and try to clean up as best as I can. Here's some products I'm going to use to clean it up. Be sure to check the links below if you're interested in picking up any of this stuff. One of the trickiest parts of taking the lid off this console or putting it back on is this ribbon cable on the front. And so just be careful not to just rip it when you open up the lid, and take it very slow when you're putting it back together. It's kind of hard to film here, but I hope you could see how it fits in place. Now, the trick I found for snapping the front piece on is to put the top lid of the console on first, then snap the front lid into place, and it should fit well. The controller really wasn't working right. The charging port was messed up, the buttons were malfunctioning, and so I was trying some electronic cleaner and giving it a good once over to see if that helped, but I think it might be too far gone. In the meantime, it was reading a disk and installing Doom, so I think the Wi-Fi is working well. I disassembled the controller and found that while it did clean up well, the left thumbstick was broken, and so was the charging port, and so I just decided to trade it in and cut my losses and put it towards this wired controller from PowerA. It feels really similar to the wireless controller, and it's very comfortable in your hands. The nice thing is it's also half the price, and so if you're okay with having a wire, I'd highly suggest you looking into one of these. To help with the scratches on the case, I used some car products, Plastex, and Scratch X 2.0, and they work pretty well. They don't take out the deep scratches, but they do give it a nice shine and polish it up as good as it could be. And so here's some final results. The console proved it was capable of surviving hell, so I thought it was fitting that I go back to hell to take care of some unfinished business. Thanks for following along.